Hello there, it's Gray here, and I'm back again with some more Antimatter dimensions. And I believe last episode left off with having just completed in I had just done Infinity, and I did challenge 8, and we got these two upgrades, and I overshot just a little bit. I went ahead and got this upgrade right here. It costs 3 Infinity points, so it's not that bad, but this one is pretty good. In fact, what I'm going to do is just show you. So, I went ahead and bought it. This will get better the more unspent Infinity points you have. So now it's actually worth it, instead of immediately purchasing these upgrades, to wait till you have like 1 or 2 extra. That extra being your Infinity points. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to speed through this Infinity right here so I can get a bit more. A larger multiplier to that upgrade. But 8th dimension, just like that. And what I'm doing right now is I'm holding D and M, so that way whenever I have enough to dimension boost, I actually immediately do the dimension boost. Which I can now infinity without sacrificing, but I'm still gonna do it because that will make it faster. I don't know why those change. Oh wait. Oh, I know why. Maybe. Actually, I don't know. And now it is time for some good progress. And I can just hold M from here. Theoretically. Yep. And big crunch. Level 10 crook. Level infinite boss. That's how Antimatter Dimensions works. It really does. It really does kind of work like that. Anyway, my main goal for this episode is to get maybe most of these challenges complete. So now, by default, every reset is 2 times faster because of that infinity point upgrade. And I can now upgrade. It's not really all that worth it just yet. What is worth it is probably doing just all of these. And honestly, C11 is just like your regular old Infinity. You just have to go fast, which is easier said than done, but because of that matter, it's honestly just like a normal old reset. It's not that bad. And there's that done right there. You're going to see that I'm going to get through this pretty fast, because this challenge right here doesn't really change much of anything that I know of. Well, hold on. Let's read it. There's normal. Sorry. No, I keep having some. It feels like something's stuck in my throat or something. I have no idea. There is normal matter which rises when you have at least one second antimatter dimension. If it exceeds your antimatter, it will dimension boost without giving the bonus. Which, yeah, it's just it's speed run the challenge. But once you hit a certain point, it is literally just sort of inflation like this, and you get it done easily. My fastest infinity is 1 minute 44 seconds, and that was my challenge 11 completion time. It's not quite yet to this achievement, which is forever isn't that long. infinity in 1 minute or less, but we will get to that point. Okay, now how the anti-tables have turned. This one's honestly quite hard to get. It really is. Well, it's not hard, it's just you gotta know your numbers well. And that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna get that one right now. And I'm gonna pause the recording right now and then come back to it when I have enough, uh, when I have the means to do it. See you that. See you in a moment. Oh my god, I cannot talk. See you in a moment. Alright, and I'm back. It didn't take all that long, but as you can, that's not what I want. As you can see, I only purchased one of every dimension. So I'm gonna be getting the tick speed up by a bit, so I have a good amount of leeway. And what you need to do is get the first dimension to be your lowest multiplier. Is easier said than done. In fact, I still don't think I have enough to do it. So I gotta get one more. Wait, no, I'm still nowhere near being able to do this. But what I can do, I'm going to avoid purchasing the first dimension. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to avoid purchasing that first dimension. It doesn't matter how large the 8th dimension gets, as long as this is the smallest. And in fact, I'm getting fairly close to doing it. Let's get this up to 800. Let's get all of them up to about 800,000. That one's fine right there. That's fine. That should be fine. Yeah, that'll be fine. And then let's buy some more tick speed upgrades. Okay, and I might have screwed myself by making that 2 point something million. But let's see. Yeah, I kind of... Well, this is lower anyway, so I have to do this, 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 this. Hey, I did it! Yay! And that's how the anti-tables have turned. You just need to know math. You have to math it out and get to a point where you know that you can do it. And now, that reward, it's not that bad, it's not that great, but it's also kinda decent. Each antimatter dimension gains a boost proportional to tier. 8th gets 8%, 7th gets 7, 6th gets 6, so on and so on. And let's just go ahead and do this infinity. And actually, I'd probably do them so fast right now that I may not... Let me try a speed run real fast. That'd be a pretty good... This would be a pretty good thing to try and do. Trying to get a speed run going. Because if I can get... I want to get a store of about 6 infinity points before I start doing challenges. Oh, well, I got a secret achievement. Didn't mean to, but I did. No, I want the galaxy this time. I did it again, on accident. My bad. So, since I'm going for the speed run, let's get those, and that's it. Not quite a minute, or under a minute, but 1 minute 17 seconds is not that bad. It really isn't. So, with that 4 times multiplier, okay, so let us try, honestly, C5, it's just slightly slower, but it still shouldn't be all that bad. Mainly because of the 4 times multiplier that I have. In fact, the same strategy still works. If you're on mobile, just try and press buttons as fast as you can. If you're on PC, just hold M and D. That's about all you need to do. It will be slightly slower because of the tick speed multiplier nerf, but once we get the first galaxy, it should be smooth. It should be smooth sailing, and that first galaxy should be coming up relatively quick. Wow, this is a lot slower. Okay. I was not expecting it to be this slow, but well, what can you do? Not much else I can do. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm fairly close to getting this done. Quite literally, all I need is this one galaxy. I think that's it. I'm not entirely sure. Wow, this is actually very heavily nerfed. I am honestly kind of surprised. Who would have thought that tick speed is very crucial to the progression of this game? I certainly didn't. Who am I kidding? I know it. I know it's very crucial. But anyway, I'm just gonna keep sacrificing when this hits about 2. So what I'm probably gonna do is just the next hour is in .2 updates. Ah yes, the update isn't 5 hours. That is the running joke of this game. The update isn't 5 hours. It is always 5 hours away. If it's been 5 hours without an update, wait another 5 hours. About 100 million orders of magnitude away from the next. No, 100 million times away from the next dimension boost, and after that, it'll be somewhat of a slog to get to the galaxy. Shouldn't be all that bad. But honestly, I don't know. It's gonna be interesting, to say the least. Okay, so there's that. And now let us go right up to the galaxy. What I'm gonna do is cut when I get to that galaxy. It will probably take a little bit. Honestly, I probably should have gotten this before starting, because this is pretty slow. But at the very least, you're gonna want this upgrade right here. All galaxies are twice as strong. You are going to want that one. At the very least. Anyways, I will see you in a bit. Alright, so I'm back. I actually have 3 dimension boosts, and as you can see, now the game is running at what the first galaxy would be giving you. So this is, kind of imperative to actually get the all galaxies are twice as strong. Because if you don't, this is not gonna be very fun. It'll just be a slog. And actually, it was kind of a slog to get to the first galaxy, because right now, I've spent 13 and a half minutes in this infinity. So it does take a while. It does. And actually, I think I'm required to get both galaxies here to even get to infinity. The game decreed I needed both, so I'm getting both. And then that's it. And huzzah. What was that? Challenge 5? Yeah, challenge 5 done in 14 minutes. Still faster than challenge 6, which this one is a slog. I'm gonna enter it just to show off what it is. So the dimensions cost dimensions, if that makes sense. See how this is 4,000,000 sixth antimatter dimensions? Yeah, instead of using antimatter, it uses the dimensions instead of this. It is a very interesting challenge, and I do like it. I really do. But boy, oh boy, it's more of a test of patience than anything else. Now, what's probably even worse than a test of patience, this challenge too. Because you see, this one, boy oh boy. Yeah, this one's fun. Not really, not at all. This one, it's just the time game. It's the waiting game. I'm not gonna do it just yet. I'll do that off screen. What I will do, however, is challenge 10. There are only six and there are only 6 dimensions. However, the costs of galaxies are modified. So you can still get the galaxies. It just you need only 6 antimatter dimensions. I think this is my most favorite challenge because it's interesting, it's unique, but sacrifice is disabled. So there is that one caveat, but honestly, it's fine. This challenge is fine. It's not bad. It's definitely not a challenge 9, where it's like one of the worst things ever made. Because that is the hardest challenge, relatively speaking, for that point in the game. And I'm gonna be honest, I kind of forgot the strategy behind it. So, yeah, and as you can see, it's already becoming slightly more of a slog than the normal runs are. So what I might do actually is no, I think I actually do need this multiplier right here. I think I do need that. I'm not too sure. Because that 2.5 will go a long way. That 2.5 times will go a pretty long distance. I don't really want to wait for this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pause the recording one last time and get this upgrade right here and probably hop right back up to 7 or 8 infinity points. Most favorite challenge. Interesting, it's unique, but honestly, it's fine. Alright, so I'm back and I lied. I actually got the second antimatter galaxy, which is actually required for this challenge. And this just goes to show that you really just need that second galaxy to actually complete the challenge. Well, no, let's make it 3, because why not? And just watch this number just climb right up there. And really, I got faster than a potato. Alright, so get more than 100 octillion ticks per second, multiply starting tick speed by 1.02. That is very good. In fact, these two stack on each other. So I'm going to do a quick little infinity right now. Yeah, I'm going to do a quick little infinity. And then whenever I do that, I want to see what that starting tick speed actually is. It is now 1.041, which is pretty good, all things considered. Then we just gotta, the next challenge is that we gotta do are 2, 9, and 12. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start challenge 12, because this right here, that's not all that worth it right now, especially since it'll make infinities probably like literally 12 times longer. Or that the first dimension will produce 12 times as much, which is not that great. But what I'm going to do is just start the 12th challenge. So what this does is this means the third dimension produces the first dimension, and the fourth dimension produces the second. Yeah, so each antimatter dimension produces the dimension 2 tiers below it instead of 1. The first dimension still produces antimatter, and the second, fourth, and sixth dimensions are made stronger to compensate. I don't know how much stronger they are, but it does feel like they are slightly stronger. And yet again, this is just waiting game the challenge. And the reason why the big crunch button is right there is because I have infinityed in under a minute. I have done an infinity under 1 minute, so I start with 50 billion antimatter, and all the dimensions appear as locked. Instead of them appearing, it's to reduce flickering, and the button appears up here. I know there was a reason they stated why, but I forgot what that reason was. I'll be completely honest with you there. I don't entirely remember what it was. I'm gonna go ahead and leave this episode off right here, and I will begin the next episode whenever this challenge is done. Hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you in a little bit. Take care.